Day 2 had started off even colder than expected. The forecast was for 18 or 19, and the temperature got all the way down to 13. Other than the frigid temperature, the light was great, the birds were active, and it was just an all-around great morning. In all the years I've been coming out here to the Platte River, I'm not sure I've ever seen this many Sandhill Cranes in one spot. This view is incredible.
Well, it's about 9 a.m. on Wednesday, April 4th, and there are still a ton of birds on the river. The airplane was flying around counting them this morning. It'd be really interesting to see how many they thought were here, because there is a lot of birds still for being so late in the season. The nice thing about being late in the season too is they're not in any hurry to leave the river. They're just sitting out here playing, having a good time. A few leave, some come back, and a few more leave, and it's been great for taking photos this morning, so hopefully I got a few good pictures in there. I'm stuck in here, well, not really, I wouldn't call it stuck, but I'm in here till the birds leave, so could be another 5 minutes, could be another hour, we'll see, depending on how the morning goes. So, well, it's going on 9:30 now, and there's still quite a few birds out there. I'd say 20% or so of what was out there this morning, maybe a little less, but 20% of a couple 100,000 still a lot of birds, so it was a really amazing morning watching these guys. They were really active. They stayed on the river. Sunlight was so warm and beautiful this morning on them. Really got some great pictures, so I'm really excited to get them downloaded and see what I got. I'm supposed to be out of here at 9:30, but with the birds, I don't know if they'll come get me right away, so I'm just kind of picking out my sleeping bag and cleaning up a little bit in here, and so when they do come, I'm packed and ready to go. Just been a great morning out here on the Platte River, and definitely will have to do this again. First night sleeping in the overnight photo blind, and as cold as it got last night, I was supposed to get down to like 18 or 19. It was totally worth it. So, birds put on a great show, and just an all-around great day.
Alright, it's Wednesday afternoon, April 4th, day 2 of my photography trip here out to the Platte River Valley to see the Sandhill Cranes. Second trip I've been on this year, and first trip and the second one now. Been able to find the lone whooping crane. This is a whooping crane that thinks he's a Sandhill crane, travels with the Sandhill Cranes. Somehow he got separated from the whooping cranes and now just hangs out with the Sandhill Cranes all the time. Every time I've seen the whooping crane for the last, I don't know, 6 or 7 years, seen him off and on over that minute, probably a half dozen times over the last 5 or 6 years. He's always way out in the field, and you probably can't even see him on the video. If you can, he's on the left side of the screen, way out in the thick of the grass, just a little white dot. I did put on the big lens, zoom in, got a couple pictures, but they're still not like a printable picture. They're just, you know, zoom way in and might look neat on your phone or something, but not the big close-up picture I'm hoping to get someday. So this morning I was at the bird blind until about 10:30 when they came and got me, and then after that I went just scouted around for a little bit, and then I emptied off my memory cards, charged my batteries, went to eat lunch, checked into the hotel, got gas, and then now I'm back out here kind of scouting around for the afternoon. I think the plan is for the rest of the day to kind of keep an eye on this guy. Hopefully maybe he'll move close to the river here as we get later in the afternoon, get a close-up photo of him. Then from there, the skies are looking pretty good. There's a decent chance we're going to have a nice sunset, so I'll probably go to the river about 4 or 5 miles east of here, place I've been many times. It has a good view for sunset. It's kind of the plan for now, but we'll see what happens. Hopefully this whooping crane gets a little closer, and I can get a nice close-up image of him. Alright, well, it's about an hour after I talked to you last, and I've done nothing but watch that whooping crane. He stayed in the grass for quite a long time, and then finally he went up and over those trees to the cornfield over there. Pretty far away, but I did get some cool pictures of him flying. I don't know if I've ever got a picture of him more than 5 feet off the ground before, so it was cool to see him. He was with a pack of cranes, and they all went up, Sandhill Cranes, they all went up and over the trees, and for some reason the cranes were all going forward and he just kind of went like that, got the picture, so it's pretty neat. So, still not, I don't think anything printable, but my goal always, no matter what I'm doing photo for, is I always want it printable. It's kind of like a quality standard I have. I don't know why. Some people say that's pointless, but I don't know. I like to print stuff. To me, a finished photo is a big printed photo hanging on the wall, so that's always my goal, is to have something I can print. But for now, I've kind of let him go. He kind of wandered to the middle of a field over there and didn't show any signs of moving, so I was going to start scouting around a little bit, getting ready for sunset. We're only about an hour and 20 minutes till sunset, so I'm kind of starting to think towards that. Also, the birds will start moving closer to the river now, so maybe I can get some close-ups of the Sandhill Cranes as they move in towards the river. They seem to be a little less skittish right, after sunrise and right before sunset, so hopefully now that the wind's calming down a little bit and it's getting later in the day, I might be able to get a little bit closer and get some interesting photos. My other thought about sunset is these clouds, they're not getting any thinner. It only takes a real small gap on the horizon to light them up for a neat sunset, but right now they're looking pretty dark and pretty thick, so we'll see what happens. Got an hour and a half for them to clear off, maybe even a little longer depending on how late at light you want, but right now just hoping for the best. Alright, here I am back on the Platte River, so you can see I'm kind of underneath a bridge. This is a spot I found several years ago, and it works out really good. You kind of hide down here by the bridge. The cranes don't see you, and it looks just at the right direction, so if there's a good sunset tonight, it'll be right upstream here. Sometimes I do walk a little bit along the shore down further. There's a few trees to hide behind, but for the most part I'm right in this general area under the bridge. I don't know if you can see it on the camera or not, but the sky is really starting to open up over there, so like I was hoping, all you need is a little gap. The sun will come up from when it's setting and light up the sky. My goal tonight would probably be just to silhouette cranes in front of the sunset. They will land here right on the river. It happened 8 days ago when I was here. They were 50 yards out here in the river. They were really nice and close, but they came in pretty darn late after dark. It would have been a good night again that night to silhouette them, but we didn't have any sunset that night, so tonight looks a lot better. We'll see what happens. Probably get a few silhouettes, and then kind of keep an eye on how many cranes actually land here tonight, so then in the morning, if it is sunny, might be right back here in the morning. That are kind of down where I was watching that whooping crane earlier. That's a great spot in the morning too. So see what happens. We'll wrap this up. There's another train coming. You won't be able to hear me in a minute, so gonna keep my eye out and see what happens. That does it for day 2. Stay tuned for day 3 when the biggest surprise of the trip happens.